Hey friends, so today we are going to be making a mash up meal between your classic bangers and mash and your shepherd's pie, and I am so excited for this. So what I've got to get started already, I've got my potatoes peeled, diced, washed, and on the stove here on a high heat coming up to a boil. I then have my other veggies prepped. So we have 4 onions here, seems like a lot, it's not that crazy amount. One was like small and then 3 were like really small. So I would say like 2 regular size onions. I only got 1 stalk of celery, not the biggest celery, liker, and I like my celery nice and fine, and 5 cloves of garlic roughly chopped too. Now with these onions, if I was making a shepherd's pie, all my veggies would be nice and fine. If I'm making bangers and mash, my onions will be like this. So, because we're doing bangers and mash cross shepherd's pie, my celery is nice and fine and my onions are in the little sticks. I don't know. So I got inspired to do this meal from TikTok. I was scrolling my phone TikTok, literally almost asleep, and it popped up. They scooped it up. It was like cheese and mashed potato, like it's in a bake oven dish, and then it had like a sausage and just a gravy mixture. I don't know what they made. I was almost half asleep. I didn't even watch the video. It's just when I was flicking through, I wish I liked it or watched it or something so I could go back and actually see what they've done. But I just took it as a shepherd's pie cross bangers and mash kind of meal, and then I'm like, I want to make that. So this is what we're doing. What I'm going to do now is get our sausages to start browning. These sausages I got from our local butcher. These are beef sausages, and I know shepherd's pie is lamb, and cottage pie is beef, so technically it's probably a cottage pie cross with bangers and mash, but growing up I've always had shepherd's pie made with beef. Like it's literally a cottage pie, but we've always called it shepherd's pie. I don't know, that's just what I'm used to of calling it, and when I think of shepherd's pie I think of beef. So that's what I'm going to be calling it in this video. But if you want to do it with lamb sausages or do it with this and then call it a cottage pie, that's completely up to you. So I just got these 4 sausages. They are big thick sausages. Nick's just fried up eggs in this pan. He's greased it with some butter and tallow. That's perfectly fine. And we're not looking to cook these sausages completely through. We just want to get them browned. And I'm just going to use this grease that he had. Like it doesn't bother me. It's all nice and fresh anyway. So yeah, we're not going to be cooking these sausages completely. I mean, if they get cooked completely, that's fine. I don't think they will though. But we just want them to get a nice colour on the sides. My goodness. Okay. All right, let's give it a taste test. I am assuming it's probably gonna need a pinch of sweetness, some sugar, but before I add it, I definitely wanna taste it. So I'm just gonna taste the sauce. It's really, really hot, so I need to let it cool down, but I got it on my spoon here. And normally when I make shepherd's pie, I like a tomato-based shepherd's pie. There's so many different variations. So I'll use a can or a tin of crushed tomatoes, but I didn't add that in for this recipe because I don't want it to be just like a shepherd's pie adding gravy in the mix. And I don't normally use red wine. I wouldn't add red wine in either, but I just thought because this is kind of fun and different, just add some red wine into there and make it its own thing. So let's give it a taste. Oh wow. I don't know if I need sugar now. I think it does at the end, it's a bit harsh. I'm on something. I think I'm just gonna give it just a pinch, so probably about half a teaspoon of sugar. Pinch of salt. And definitely more black pepper. I didn't add any black pepper in because of that gravy was already like a pepper gravy that I made. But you can't taste the pepper. And I got the oven preheating now at 200 degrees because these sausages are now pretty much cooked all the way through. They've been simmering in this sauce for a little while. So it's just mainly just to get a nice crust on top of the mashed potato. So I got the oven pretty high. Well, it's not pretty high, but if these sausages weren't cooked, then it would be lower and in the oven for longer. And what I'm going to do is take out these bay leaves. I don't want them in our final dish. And these bay leaves as well is from my auntie's garden, which they gifted me and I just dehydrated. And they are deliciously incredible. So we'll turn the heat off of that. We'll wait till the oven preheated and then we can assemble our dish and put it in the oven.
Using my glass Pyrex dish to bake in, I just love it because then leftovers can go in the fridge. But anyway, I'm scooping out the mixture. I'm reserving back of that liquid because it was too much liquid, and then I'm topping it up with the mashed potato, going in with a fork to get it kind of smoothed and fluffed up a little bit, and adding some cheese on top.
Alright, so I've put it in for the 20 minutes and then an extra 10. And it is hot. Hot and messy for sure. Woo. So I'm just going to let this sit for probably a good 30 minutes before we serve into it so it can cool down and yeah, just cool down. Alrighty, so I just done a plate up for TikTok, but as you can see, it's just like, it's literally a shepherd's pie with whole bits of sausage in. It's a little runny still, the gravy, but that's fine. Absolutely delicious. So I just got myself a little serving here. It's a little messy. I done a taste test on my TikTok as well, but it is so good. But yeah, this is really, really tasty. And love classic shepherd's pie. I love bangers mash. This is really a whole different thing, which we will definitely do like again. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you do make this recipe, let me know in the comments down below. I'm just gonna have a type up of roughly the ingredients. I think it's kind of easy to follow and you're just kind of adding the ingredients one by one. So I'm not going to do a proper type up of the recipe. Maybe I will. Either way, something will be linked down below in the description box for the recipe. I hope you guys enjoy this video and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!